Hi everyone, it's Bonnie. It's been a while since I posted a video and I figured today would be a great time to put one on my website. I'm using the new Hostess set called Tranquil Tulips. You can earn this if you place a $150 order and you can use host rewards to purchase it, or if you hold a workshop, you can also claim it with your host rewards. It just basically, it's a stamp that you can purchase if you reach $150 in orders. I absolutely am in love with it. I couldn't wait to get my very own. And now that I have it, I at least created one card and I'm looking forward to creating more. So what I wanted to show you about this stamp set is that it has a filler and an outline stamp. There's two different sizes for the tulips. There's also this cute little flower up on top that also has an outline over a filler. This little flower, or little fern even. And then you have a bunch of leaves, and you have a bunch of stems, and then you have other little things that can be incorporated into your flower stamps. So the card that I created is very simple. White paper, and then I stamped a sentiment and I added some ribbon. And I really played off my ribbon because I love ribbon. I think that's probably my favorite embellishment. So this is the powder pink. Then there's crushed curry. Hopefully you guys can see how pretty each one looks. Then there's Wisteria Wonder. Right? Are you seeing? I apologize if my stand is wobbly. Then we have Berry Burst, another new in color. Love, love, love the ribbon. And lastly, I have Bermuda Bay. So every color seemed to pop with this stamp. I mean, you could do Calypso Coral, you could do Melon Mambo. I just was working off, like I said, the ribbons that I had presently in my possession. So I'm going to show you today how I created with the Bermuda Bay. And let's get started. So I took my paper. Now you will notice, let me just show you my card again. You will notice that I cut that there's more of a border than the normal. So this white piece of paper, believe it or not, is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. So I'm going to get my stamps. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my sentiment. Now my sentiment is done in early espresso. I chose it from the birthday delivery stamp set. It's right up here, the happy birthday, because it's a stacked word and it was big. And that's what I was looking for, like a big word to take up some of the space on the white cardstock. So I'm going to just press it in the ink. And I'm going to tilt it just like so. And you can see I have a nice happy birthday. Okay, so now for the stems. I did the stems next so that I would know exactly where my flowers are. Now, I don't know if I pointed out, but in the stamp set, these three stems come together. So I put them on my clear block. I'm using Old Olive. I'm going to just ink that up. And I'm just going to press down, and I have my stems. Next, I'm going to take my leaves, and again in the Old Olive, and I'm just going to place one right there, and I'm going to place one right there. And then we have a second leaf, got a little curve to it, or bend, as you could say. And I'm just going to put this right there. And you can see that it's not filled in all the way, and I love that look. Okay, so I have a habit. I close up my ink pads when I'm finished because I can't tell you how many times I put things in the wrong ink. Okay, so for my flowers, I'm going to start with the filler part first. I'm going to ink it up in my Bermuda Bay. And hopefully you guys can see this. I'm just going to press down. And it gives it that shaded look again. Let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit for you guys. Okay. Then I'm going to take my smaller one as well. I inked it up in the Bermuda Bay. Now, just so you know, with the new foam ink pads, I mean, they're not new so much anymore as they've been around for a few years, but I still have customers that smush them into the ink pads. You just have to, let me move this over, tap. Don't need to smush. When you smush, all the ink separates away from the stamp and you get it all over the block of your block that you're using. Okay, so now I'm just going to ink it, and now can you see that? how nice that kind of shades over it. And you don't have to be perfect. Like you can see right here, I'm not perfect. I didn't line it up exactly, but it gives it that two-tone look. Okay, now I'm going to go over to my other one. I'm going to press down. Now that one I did pretty good, as you can see, right? Okay, and then lastly, this is the other flower to fill in. And let's do this right there. And so you see how it makes that lovely two-tone effect? I love it. Just so simple, right? Okay, I'm closing up my ink pad. And I'm going to grab my early espresso. Let me just see if I can zoom out just a little bit. Okay. Now, you can see how tiny that is. I have a habit of losing things when they're that small. So I'm just going to take that and see, look, even though I tapped, I still got ink on the sides there. And I'm literally tapping and it's still getting on there. So I'm just going to make sure when I press down not to rock my clear block. And I'm just adding that to the middle of my tulips. So guys, can you see how cute that came out? Simple, right? So simple. Closing up my ink pad, putting everything off to the side. Next, I chose, because we've got this beautiful chevron. Let's see if it'll zoom in on you. I don't know if it will. Hold on. Let me see if it'll zoom. It won't. But this is the new mini chevron ribbon. Love it, love it, love it. So I'm just going to put a little bit, I'm going to first take my fast fuse and I'm going to attach this to my card. So now the Early Espresso cardstock is cut at 5 inches this way and 3 3/4 that way. So I have a nice little 1/4 inch border. And then I'm just going to take my ribbon and I'm just going to cut off a little piece. And in this case, I don't know, it's about, let me just see on my paper. I have it turned upside down here. It's less than 6 inches. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to tie like a knot. I am a big bow girl, and I'm just maneuvering it so I get a nice little knot. And I'm just going to attach that. Now you can use glue dots. I'm just using my fast fuse because watch what happens. I'm going to turn this over. And then I'm just going to go like this. And then I'm just going to go like this. Cute, right? Just a little. And now I've already taken my cardstock and it's 5.5 by the 8.5. And I scored it at 4 1/4. I don't know if you can see, I scored it. I seem to bend it with the valley on the outside to make a nice crisp fold. And now I'm just going to attach the card to the center. And it's finished. Very simple card with lots of impact. Now you could add some Wink of Stella if you wanted to give it some glistening to the bottom of the tulip, which would probably be really cute. But I'm very happy with how it looks in the Bermuda Bay, or the Berry Burst, or the Wisteria Wonder, or the Crushed Curry, or the Powdered Pink. I truly hope you like the Tranquil Tides. Oh, sorry, that's the new ink color. The Tranquil Tulips. Sorry about that. And again, if you purchase $150 worth of product, it could be either a single order, combined orders, workshop, you can get the Tranquil Tulips as a host reward. Have a great night. Bye.